All right, guys, you cannot see me. You guys cannot see me. 2 seconds. You can hear me, but you definitely can't see me. Oh, there we got that one. All right, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Boom. All right. What's going on, everyone? Let me just get the Zoom guys fired up here. All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Hey, guys. Hey, guys. Yeah. Back on the anti-spider sub. Yeah. We are back. What's going on, everyone? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everyone. I'm about to say happy Monday, but it's not Monday. It's Tuesday, guys. Hope everyone had a good long bank holiday weekend. Ready for another week in the markets, guys. Yeah, pretty crazy price action today. I haven't taken a single trade today, guys. I haven't taken a single trade today. Yeah, let's yeah, my Monday was good, thank you. My Monday was good. Right, Joe, I did take a trade yesterday in Asia. Got a nicer trade in Asia than there was today. I didn't really watch the markets too much today, to be honest. Let me just share my screen with you guys right there. We've gone again. Let me fix this up here. Wrong one. Cool. All right. Yeah, some pretty up and down price action today on gold. You had a pretty decent bounce up and a pretty decent bounce back down. And overall, it's been a bit of a choppy start to the day. So yeah, I just haven't really been I haven't really seen anything worth watching, to be honest. I was trying to watch some 30-minute closures, seeing if there was anything of interest, but not much, to be honest. And I'll break it down for you guys. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Before we do that, guys, let's just have a quick look at the news. Let's have a quick look at the news. We do have a big week this week. Not much today, but tomorrow. Good morning, man. Tomorrow we do have some big news, guys. We got Australian dollar CPI. We got Royal Bank of New Zealand policy statements, and then we do also have FOMC meeting minutes as well. And then on Thursday, you have GDP for the US dollar. So you are in for a pretty big week in the markets, guys. A pretty big week. So, you know, don't be too surprised to see big overall ranges in the markets, and don't get frustrated, don't get pissed off. It's going to be no surprise if the markets create some pretty big ranges before that news. Now, it doesn't mean you can't trade, but it just means you might need to be a little bit more cautious. If you try and trade before, you know, GDP, before FOMC meeting minutes, you know, you decide to take that risk. So if you do decide to take that risk, you know, don't get annoyed if the markets don't give you what you want. It's a pretty big week. So let me just turn this music down here, guys. How do I turn the music down without messing it up? All right, cool. So yeah, let's have a quick look at Goldie, guys. See what we got for this pre-London session. See if there's anything worth us taking. You know, last week on gold, guys, we did have a very strong closure last week. You kind of broke out of a pretty massive range and ended up closing with a 1600 tick move to the upside. Very, very, very big move to the upside, guys. So ideally this week, you know, overall, we would anticipate that this is going to be a bottom wick, and this weekly is going to continue pushing up in some major highs. Very, very, very decent push last week. Now today, to be honest, it's looking like we are going to come down for previous daily lows, which, to be honest, I don't mind, because anywhere below these daily lows, buying up into 3 daily equal highs is going to be a very, very big trade. You know, down below these lows, back up into these highs, it's like a 400 tick range, which is huge. Look at the 4-hour time frame here, guys. We had that very nice move on Friday, grabbing major lows, very, very strong move up. And it's looking like we are probably going to come down and squeeze these lows. Asia has closed with a very, very bearish 4-hour close there. So I would imagine, you know, London's probably going to continue squeezing lower. Yeah, I agree, Sean. Yep. Yeah, overall, it's like, you know, this is the kind of the first breakout of this range that we've been in since pretty much the end of April. Morning, bro. Good morning, man. Good morning. So, yes, bit of a overall massive range. I think we do have here on gold, we have this huge trend line coming up like this as well. Like, look how major this trend line is. So to come pull back and have a massive squeeze of this makes a lot of sense. So you kind of have gold stuck in 2 very big areas. You have a massive trend line coming down here. You also have a massive trend line coming down here. So, you know, could we be looking for something like this before overall seeing that? You know, maybe. It's going to be, you know, it's going to be one of them days where you're going to have to be very reactive on gold. And today is pretty much like the first trading day of the week, guys. So I don't feel like you need to go all in. That's why I haven't taken a single trade today. And I haven't even really looked at the markets. And to be honest, I haven't missed anything. There's really been nothing that much of interest for me. Let's have a look at the hourly time frame here, guys. Pretty decent grab at the highs there, closing bearish. Would I have shorted that? Not really, because you kind of closed back above this resistance. So I'd be looking at this level saying, okay, cool, you've closed above, yeah, you've grabbed some highs, but I wouldn't want to be selling this, closed below, and then now we may be squeezing these lows. So that's a pretty decent grab. Gold's at big daily support. Yeah, it is, man. Big daily support, 100%. But I would imagine, you know, if you're going to bounce now, you're probably going to come and squeeze yesterday's low. I think yesterday's low looks like a pretty easy target. Because if we start bouncing from here, then we could get a lot of people probably trying to jump in these longs, sitting their stops down just below. So how big is this range? 70 ticks. Looks like we're kind of looks like we're back to normal ranges on gold as well. You know, we were used to them, you know, 500 plus tick ranges. It's looking like we are back to the normal ranges. You know, 70 ticks and slows, ain't wrong. That's still a very tradable range, but not as big as what we've used to, which is kind of nice in a certain way, to be honest. So yeah, no trades for me just yet, guys. Asia hasn't really shown me anything worth taking on any of my accounts. Not on my Asia account, not on my London account, not on the 50s, and not on the 100s either. So no trades for me so far. But you know, one candle can change everything, guys. You guys who weren't inside the Traders Club yesterday, you guys on YouTube, you know, we didn't take a single trade on Friday on stream. However, pre-New York, there was an amazing buy. And I had $900 in 2 minutes, and I waited all day for that. I'm actually going to do a whole video on that, the whole video on the psychology behind that trade as well. Because although it was a 2-minute trade, it wasn't a 2-minute trade. It was a day of waiting. And then I kind of went a bit deeper into the psychology. I was like, well, yeah, it was a 2-minute trade, but it was also then again, you know, 7 years. 7 years of learning the discipline, learning the patience, and knowing when to press the button at the right time. So although the trade lasted 2 minutes, technically it was much more than that. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I can show you guys the trade. Yep, definitely. Let's have a look, man. Let's have a look. Would you have taken the break even here? Didn't quite hit my break even point. Yeah, with it, because you had such a nice, what time frame on 30-minute closure. I guess as soon as that hourly, your time frame there, which is really nice, as soon as your hourly started kind of grabbing the highs and rejecting, yeah, you'd want to be pretty aggressive with the management, because you had a great entry there. Like if you were going to drive, you would have had a little bit of a bottom wick, and then you kind of would have pushed. I wouldn't have been anticipating that you would come that low again. You know, I kind of like, oh, you'd probably maybe come down, hold these areas, and a little bit of bottom wick and then drive. As soon as it started to like close quite aggressively, yeah, I'd probably cut at break even. But I'd be watching it live. You know, if I was in that candle, I wouldn't put it to break even and walk away. I'd probably be watching that live. I'd want to be seeing it hold this level on a quick drive. So yeah, just because that hourly was at such a strong level, and you hadn't really grabbed the lows, yeah, I think it would have been worth a little break even there, man. But I wouldn't worry too much as well. It was a nice trade. It was a nice trade, man. I missed that one. It was a nice trade. So yeah, I'll show you guys the trade from Friday. Took a break even. It's nice. I'm in a constant psychological battle. The best trades for me are the ones I don't take. Still learning to save my capital. Yeah, that's always the way, man. You know, that's why you kind of have to be okay with taking every trade and not really too worried about the outcome. And, you know, premeditating the pain that you might feel from the markets. If the trade's there, you just have to take it. Don't worry about what might go wrong. You know, if you're going to worry about what might go wrong, well, then you also need to worry about what might go right. You know. And again, it comes with time as well, man. It comes with time and seeing the plan, having confidence in your execution. Chart time will help with that as well. Yeah, 100% Sam. Waiting for the market setup is as much as a part of trading as taking the trade itself. 100%, man. Yeah, Nate, minus 70 is good, man. Minus 70 is good. The trade I took on Friday, you guys on YouTube, if you want to go see the actual profit, so you guys can see that I did actually take the trade. Where did I post that? I posted it somewhere. I can't remember. I think I posted it. Where did I post it? Here. So I got long at these lows and got out right at the double top. And it was, yeah, $900 in literally 2 minutes. But the reason I wanted to do a whole video on it wasn't because, you know, it was a 2-minute trade. It was the actual psychology behind it, because it's actually a day of waiting. But the trade on Friday, where was it? Where's Friday? Friday here. You had and again, it was very textbook, but you had a very, very nice double top. You had a triple top. Yeah, it was with the news as well. But yeah, you had 1, 2, 3 equal highs, and I got long below this previous 15-minute low just to take a stab at the range, and it was pretty much perfect. I didn't obviously anticipate that it was going to push like 90 ticks in 2 minutes. I just got in at a nice area. Waited for this range. I was like, if I'm going to trade this shit range, I didn't want to trade in London, I'm going to do it at a good area. Where to me is a good area? Just below some previous lows. And when I've got targets. So I got long below the previous lows and then got out the highs. And yeah, if I hadn't have shown the screenshots, you'd have like, no way. But if you have a look at the screenshot, on the futures, I got in at 33252 and got out at 3334.4. So it was like 90 ticks in, I don't know, like 2 minutes or something ridiculous. So it was there was news as well. So I guess you could say there was an element of luck, but yeah, I waited all day for that trade, and it was absolutely worth it. Yeah, brokerage statement or it didn't happen right now. We're not falling for this bullshit. All right, no, let's stand up to his lies. There's no way he took that trade. And yeah, today nothing. Yesterday, $1,000 trade in 5 minutes. Friday, $900 trade in 2 minutes. Today, nothing. That's trading, guys. Nothing yet, anyway. It was in the signal channel, man. Maybe you don't have access. You missed the signal channel, man. Oh, can you not see the signal channel? I said buy now, sirs. Buy, sell now, TP here. Daniel's a member for 1 month. Let's go. How much was that? Worth every penny. That's how much it was. Where will gold go next? Gold is going right down into these lows here. Me and Dan just got each other's town now and just donate each other money back and forth. What a legend. I thought you'd already joined for a month. Are you back in for another month? Can't keep away. Have you had any trains today, Daniel? Trains today? Yeah, have you caught any trains today, Daniel? Have you been on the train at all? Where did you go, man? Now, did you get any trades today? I haven't taken anything today. Yeah, have you been on the train? Everything been okay, man? Had a good day? Good day out on the trains? Was in a red entire last week in total. Only $400 spent across 7 trades on a 50. That's what I remember risk management. Hey, that's good, man. That's good. That's very good. Very, very good. So yeah, gold squeezing lower here, guys. I just need it to pull back so we can get an entry. So if we want to get short, you know, same as before, you know, maybe above some previous 50-minute highs would be nice. Yeah, good luck, man. Good luck. Be careful, man. Be careful on that one, bro. There's a lot of there's been a lot of rule changes. I do know a lot of people that have had payouts, man. So good luck with it. I don't mean that sarcastically. Like, generally, good luck with that. I'm sure you will get a payout if you follow the rules, but just be careful of the rule changes. Connect. Cool, nice buy earlier. Nice, nice, nice. You get this play up here. Buy or sell? Both, man, both. Buy on one, sell on the other. It's simple maths. Simple probability, simple maths. Yeah, because of Project X. Yeah, 100%, man. Project X is a very nice platform. I like Project X. Yeah, I saw there was some more rule changes last week, maybe. Which I hope it's for the good, because they, you know, they do have some good offers. But yeah. Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed. Yeah, that's the one. Nice, nice, nice. Got long after the hourly fake out this morning. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, my bias was bullish today, so taking hourly fake outs was very nice. Yeah, here. What did that candle give you? Gave you highs of about 40 ticks. Yeah, not bad. Break even there would have been good. Break even there would have been still squeezing. Yeah, 40 ticks. Nice, nice, nice. 40 ticks, $400. Can't complain. Yeah, because my bias for Asia was actually bullish. Yep, absolutely, man. We'll be on Topstep at 7:30 London time, man. 7:30 London time, we'll be there. Be there or be square. Let me find it. How do I find it? I'll send you guys the link. You guys can go watch me continue to trade the London Open. I was hoping we were going to get some... I mean, we very well still could. I jump on these pre-London trade guys, not just for analysis, so we can actually look for pre-London trades. But pre-London hasn't been the cleanest recently. You know, it's just been moving so early. Like, this has already been... You know, these fake outs and closures below, you know, we've already been pushing since like 5:30, which is not really a time that I watch London. You know, I'll start watching London from like 6. 5:30, very rare. Very, very rare. And this is a decent squeeze here. I would love to see gold just have a little bit of a pullback from their support. Bring in some buyers, and then we can see if we can smash this lower. It's kind of what I'm looking for here. Yeah, if we have time, we can look at NQ. Absolutely. Questions, do we get patient and wait because the 4 hours bearish candle, or a bit of a liquid to go on the 1 hour? Let's have a look. Yeah, is anyone in sales? Good question. Anyone in these shorts? I'm personally not. Yeah, we can have a look at NQ. Let's have a look. How did you close on the weekly? Bearish. Daily closed holding support at 2100. Ooh, look at that. Nice top wick into yesterday's high. Very big resistance being hit there. So could you be coming for a bit of a pullback here? NQ looks a little bit choppy as well, to be honest. Oh, nice. You're in the cells. Good man. Beautiful. 200. Nice, nice, nice. On the 5 micros. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. $200. So I'll be kind of watching this area on NQ. You know, 4 hours just... Well, I mean, the 4 hours closed pretty bearish. But this 4 hours is about to close in 30 minutes. So I'd probably wait till that's going to close. And if it closes like this, you could be playing a bottom wick on the next 4 hour and then looking to have a little bit of a squeeze higher. Hourly time frame here. Yeah, nice. You did just have an hourly fake out as well. So, but yeah, any guys who did buy this current 6 a.m. candle, perfect. You grabbed the highs you broke below, you broke straight back above. There's your fake out. There's, you know, a nice little bounce already. So I wouldn't worry about this candle closing bearish. Well, I would. I wouldn't buy gold. Sorry, buy gold. I wouldn't buy NQ. Oh shit! You can see I'm on demo. Fuck. just got exposed. So as this hourly here grabs the highs and closes bearish, well then I wouldn't buy that. So then I just wait. Okay, cool, that hourly just closed bearish. I'm not looking for longs. You could have maybe even bought this candle, you know, and like trying to play a nice morning star play. Cool, that trade didn't work. Who cares? As soon as it closes back above, then fantastic. That's your fake out confirmation, and that's your buy. And that actually would have been a nice little bounce there. So gold here, guys. We're very likely going to squeeze these lows. I just need a pullback so I can short this with a good risk to reward, because this is a very solid 200 tick move pre-London. Very, very, very solid move. A very solid move. Good job to you guys who are short this. This is a very decent push. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Average win rate. Let me have a look. Let's go on my main London account. Win rate is, let's go back to when we started this account. Win rate on one of my accounts is about 56% on my London account. On my Asia account, 61.4%. 53 on another, and 58 on another. So I'd say around, you got 56 there, 58 there, 62 there. Around 60%, I'd say. Around 60s. Yeah, 5 a.m. short hourly fake out, 100%, man. That hourly fake out was actually very nice. Sorry, not hourly fake out, hourly liquidity grab with a lower time frame fake out. So a bullish closure above, and then a bearish closure that actually engulfed the previous without even looking at the hourly, gave that beautiful hourly rejection. So there's your liquidity grab, the previous hourly highs, 100%. That 5 a.m. short actually was very nice. And then you kind of could have been saying here, decent target because you never really re-grabbed the lows. I kind of slept on that one. Maybe I just didn't read that one very well. That was a 100 tick push. Yeah, short from 39, very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, short from 39, that's right. Yeah, that's right, that one I was talking about. Yeah, beautiful entry, man. Beautiful entry. That's probably the nicest trade I have seen so far today. Very, very, very nice. That was the buys on Friday. Yeah, as soon as that you had that bullish closure above and then straight back below, that's your massive fake out confirmation. There's your short. And not only was it a 30-minute fake out, it was also an hourly liquidity grab at the previous high. Very, very nice. And to be honest, even short in this current hour, again, I wasn't on the chart yet, but short in this current hour, you held an evening star, grabbed the highs, closed bearish, shorting this down into some lows, you're talking like 70 ticks, which is huge. Yeah, I was probably a little bit too biased to longs as well, to be honest, man. I was probably a little bit biased to longs. Thanks, brother. Hope you're having a great night. Thank you, man. Hope you're having a great night as well. Nice short as well, bro. Nice short. How do you calculate position size and futures on gold? $10 per tick per contract. So if you measure this move down here on, well, let me do it on the future chart. It's the same thing, but let me just open this window. So to measure the size, if you wanted to move, let's say you're measuring, let's say you're shorting here and you're, for whatever reason, you have a stop above this high. 113 has 113 ticks. So at one contract, that's 1,130. If you were looking to play this down, say if you got short here, you're looking for a big move down like this, 153 at one contract is 153 ticks. At one contract, that's 1,530. If you don't want to trade that size, then you can always trade micros. And then micros will move at a tenth of that. Oh, that was beautiful. My longs early, yeah, beautiful, Sam. That was a lovely trade. When was that, man? Is that the 5 minute? That was a lovely trade, man. How many is that? 16 ticks. Yeah, beautiful scalp. Yeah, nice scalp, Sam. Very nice scalp, man. That's a beautiful scalp. There's some clear liquidity targets. Decent volume as well. You didn't try and get in before the volume. That's a lovely trade, man. Really, really nice trade. Micro is the chart different. Nah, it's pretty much the same. It might have it might be slightly different because there's less volume, but nah, it'll be the same. Any of you guys who are coming from the FX world, it's just like trading a 0.1 lot. It's pretty much the same thing. Yeah, I just trade one mini. Depends on how big the ranges are, to be honest. It depends on how big my stops are as well. But yeah, I'll typically risk about maybe 5 micros to 1 mini. 1 mini is good enough for me. Yeah, 15 short. Yeah, 100% man. 15 was beautiful, man. Very, very nice. Kind of hoping we have a bit of a pullback before we grab these lows, but it wouldn't surprise me if we just keep squeezing it here. Just got PDL, personal daily loss limit, trying to catch this pullback. Should have waited time for bed. What you mean? You tried to short this pullback? How do you mean? Sorry, man. Trying to catch the pullback is then trying to short the pullback. Changing my chart to ticks has helped me a lot. Thanks for showing that one. Yeah, absolutely, it helps a lot. Especially when I'm trading my 100k as well. I like to trade my 100k to ticks. Definitely. Tried to enter long, but didn't think about my personal loss limit. Hey, well, you said you hit your previous... wait, I'm not sure what you mean, man. PDLL, is that previous day loss limit? Best time when to trade during the London session. Right now. 6 AM until 10 AM. Sometimes more, sometimes less. Today it has moved at 5 AM. So you got to be active active all day long. Yeah, it's coming close to them lows, guys. I really would have loved to have been short into these lows, but we're already there. Yep, 100% Keegan. Yep. Let's pin to the top, man. $100 for a shout out, man. Big them up now. They need to pay. They got to pay for a shout out. You're gonna get the opposite. So yeah, rejections from here. People try and jump in long, setting these stops down just below. So this is good, to be honest. And I see a little bit of a pullback. Bring in some liquidity below this low, and this actually could be a short for us here. This is what we like to see. A lot of people probably trying to jump in these longs. If we can get a pullback, maybe into some 15 highs, then great. Yeah, it took the lows on the futures, but not the currency. Yeah, just tagged the lows there on the futures, but not the currency. The currency is kind of what I always judge it. Yeah, futures took the lows, but currency is what I always go off. It's going to be extremely unlikely that the currency would leave a perfect double bottom like that. So let's see if this next 15 can open with a top wick grab and some highs. Amazing. We can short this. Any rejections from here could bring in some sellers. We just need to be able to get in with a good stop. Because if we start shorting this low, you know, we're shorting after like a, what? 230 tick move down. So obviously very risky. So we want to make sure it's worth it. Bro, man. How many contracts would be optimal for making 3K on 150K per day? I mean, it's never going to happen. You're not going to make, what, 2% every single day? Unless, I don't know who you are. The world's best trader, I was going to say, but not even that. 2% every day would be absolutely insane. You're focusing on the wrong things, man. You're trying to set, if you set yourself a daily monetary goal, you have a higher chance to make nothing. Never set yourself monetary goals in trading. You know, you can have something that you want to work towards. Like say, yeah, you know, I want to get to a point where I'm making 10K a month. That's fine. But you don't have a rule of, I'm going to make this much today. You take what the markets give you. That doesn't really make much sense. You could make 3K on one contract. You could make 3K on 10 contracts. What you want to be focusing on is how much you're risking. How much are you willing to lose on 150K? That's what's more important. That's what really matters. Hey man, do you know how I can make my marking point smaller? As in the plus symbol used to mark out areas. Mine is massive compared to yours. It gets harder to see what you're marking on. Marking point smaller. I don't know. I don't know if you can, to be honest, man. You mean this like little thing? I don't know. I don't think you can. Maybe you can. I don't actually know, to be honest, man. I didn't think you could. I'm not too sure. Totally true. Since I stopped putting pressure, I'm taking better trades. Yeah, absolutely. That's what it's all about. Your job as a trader is to take good trades and not worry about the P&L. If you take good trades, you're going to make money. So just focus on taking good trades. And look back at the end of the month and go, oh, cool, I made this much money. Amazing. Finally passed my combine last week, mate. Nice. Officially on the Express. Nice work, man. Beautiful work. Good job. Trade it safe this week, man. There's a lot of news this week. Yeah, don't make it fun. Yeah, I'm not too sure, man. I'm not too sure. I don't think if I've ever changed it. I guess I must have. Yeah, I'm not too sure, man. Sorry. How do you deal with FOMO? Seeing a trade run after your TV, after your TP, sorry. You walk away. You have a psychology system and you walk away. If you have FOMO or you have any sort of emotional feeling, you do nothing. You stop right away and you walk away and you go do something else. Top left at the drawer settings. There you go. Top left at the drawer settings. In here? I'm not too sure. Yeah, the cursor, yeah. Top left at the drawer settings. Right, I got it. Yeah, cool. Nice. Thank you, man. Yeah, got it. Nice. Yeah, lock out. Yeah, lock out. You lock yourself out and you walk away. Well, what else are your options? Turn it into a dot. It's smaller than the cross. Nice. So you can have it as the dot like that. Oh yeah, nice. Legend. Thank you, man. Keep trading, more money to be made. Yeah, it's a very simple, not simple, but it's very. I actually explained it on a one-to-one this morning. You know, we talked about, you know, what do you do when you start feeling certain emotions, and you should already have a plan in place, and kind of use the analogy of, you know, if you're in a massive building and there's a fire, you have a fire escape that's already ready to go. Same as when you get in a car and you go driving. You put on a seatbelt in case you have a crash. Well, it should be the exact same with trading. You should have a system to follow if certain emotions crop up. Whereas most people let the emotions come up and then like, oh shit, you know, what do I do? Keep trading, and then just spiral and blow the whole entire account. You need a process of what to follow before the emotions even come up. So you know what to do when the emotions come up. Because they are absolutely going to come up. There is no such thing as being a perfect trader. Like, you're going to have emotions. But you need a process on how to recognize the emotions and then how to stop it. So if you feel like you keep getting FOMO when gold has a big move down like this, like for me here, like I didn't get this move down. I couldn't care less. Same as on Friday. I didn't get any of this. And I still got $900 in 2 minutes. So it depends where you're short from. Whereabouts are you short from, man? I think there's a high chance you're going to grab these lows. If you're short from like around here, yeah, you could easily pull back and grab some highs. So I personally would lock it in with this rejection. Because it depends on where you're short from, man. But yeah, we could easily pull up, grab some highs. And if you're short around here, it could get you before we then push back lower. So I personally would, yeah. I'm trying to see if we can pull back here to get another short. But yeah, you want to have a system of, you know, You know what to do when certain emotions come up, not this emotion comes up and you just panic and go on tilt. You need to know what to do before the emotion comes up. So when you recognize the emotion, cool, you know how to act. Can we look for buys after daily sweep? 100%, man. That's what I'm looking for. I would have loved to have shorted into these lows, but by the time we jumped on, gold's already ripped. But if we start grabbing these lows and breaking back above today, 100%. Yeah, you could trade pullbacks, 100%. If you have liquidity levels, I mean, you could say this is a bit of a pullback right now. This is a pullback before, you know, potentially going much higher. Yeah, definitely, I can trade pullbacks as long as I have targets for sure. But if you find you keep trying to predict pullbacks and you keep getting stopped out as opposed to following the trend, then that's probably something wrong. But for me personally, yeah, I can trade pullbacks. 5-minute fake out. I wouldn't worry about a 5-minute fake out, man. Gold's been selling off for the past like 3 hours. Don't worry about the 5-minute fake out. You know, we're not looking for longs. We're looking for shorts down into here. So coming to squeeze these lows here, guys. Unfortunate to not be in this beautiful short. And I'm not going to start showing it from down here. If you start showing it from down here, it doesn't work. You're going to feel really stupid, so just don't do it. How to deal with overtrading. Set yourself a trade limit and then build the discipline around that. The good thing about if you're using Topstep X, it literally it couldn't make it any simpler for you. Like if I had Topstep X and these lockout rules when I first started, fuck, I'd be way further ahead. You could set yourself, you know, 3 maximum trades a day. Then once you hit that, it locks you out. Same as a week. But if you're over trading, you probably have the misconception that more trades equals more profit because it might have worked that one time, but it's not actually true. Yeah, 100% Nick. Yeah, Topstep's risk management settings are a lifesaver, 100%. I have $500 a day loss limit. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. Oh, there you go. There's the grab of the lows, guys. Anyone who's buying there is getting ripped there on Goldie. Like I said, I would have wanted to have shorted that. But at least we weren't the ones trying to buy that. Squeezing down these lows here. Look at that. What a rip there on gold. You guys who are in the shorts, amazing. What an absolutely beautiful sweep. There would have been a lot of people trying to buy that. And that is a lovely, lovely rip of the lows. I would have loved to have shorted this, but this is an incredible sell-off. Yeah, full TP. Good job, man. Beautiful work, man. Beautiful work. You got some signals, actually? You got a signal group I can join? Got filled 140 ticks. Yeah, what a rip. Anyone who was short in there, guys, sorry, buying, you know, that initial rejection is bringing in some buyers. If it could have pulled back to give us entry, fantastic. But that rejection is bringing in some early buyers, absolutely rips them out. And that is why you don't try and trade double bottoms on gold. It does not work. 140 ticks. Nice work, Ben. Beautiful work. 90 ticks in 2 minutes. Yeah, absolutely insane. Sounds familiar. Yeah, what a push. Again, you know, if we were on the charts all the way back up here, it would have been a lovely short. I mean, clearly would have been lovely short even down here still. But what an absolutely incredible rip. Anyone who was on the wrong side of that just got squeezed out. But look at where we're at now, guys. This is very interesting before the London Open. Look at where we're at. If we want to be an overall buyer here on gold, where's the most logical place to want to be a buyer? Below previous daily lows. Now, I'm not just going to start buying against this huge rip down. That's just stupid. But this is an interesting level to watch for reactions higher. Yeah, I'd have to see a pretty decent breakout, to be honest. Probably before 332, to be honest. I think any closures even, you know, back above here could be a nice. Because I look at these daily lows and I go, wow, this could be a huge liquidity grab. So, you know, obviously it would be a little bit riskier, but in terms of the risk to reward, it could be very worth it. Because if you do have buys, you know, you're talking a 400 tick range. Not that I want to be, you know, trying to catch the longs down here first, but pre-London potential false move down, instant rejection as well. Anyone trying to chase the shorts or, you know, tilting on the longs has got squeezed out from every possible scenario. I know, that's amazing, man. Yeah, good job. Absolutely amazing short. And you were short from like back up here as well, which is incredible. What was that? That was about a 170 tick short. Incredible trade, man. Absolutely incredible trade. So we have now tapped into. Oh, can I actually adjust this here? Look at that. That's probably a nice level. Let me bring that across. I think that's where we had it originally. Look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, buyers are getting in. Yep. Yeah, follow the plan. Absolutely, man. That's what we like to see. Revenge trade time. Got to leave the emotions at home. Yeah, that's it, man. Absolutely. Good job. Beautiful work, man. Beautiful work. Absolutely lovely push. Did you move out? Nah, I'm still same place. I'm just in my office in my apartment. I couldn't be bothered to drive to the office today, so I was like, oh, we'll just do it from here. But nah, same place, same place. Short of my 50%. Can this cause my account to be revoked? If you're on a combine, no, your account won't be revoked. You will now just have to make back more, or you can try and take a loss to get it back below 50%. It's not the end of the world when you get it over 50%. You just have to make like another green day, which will tell you in the dashboard to make a little bit more. But no, it won't be revoked. Oh, absolutely not. Bedtime, me cheers out. Yeah, absolutely, Sam. Appreciate you tuning in, man. And good job on your earlier buys, man. Very nice scalp. NQ, we'll look at NQ more when we go on the Topstep stream. But there was some amazing fake out buy. Look at this, oh, everything's moving, man. There were some amazing fake out buys here, and I would have some overall targets on NQ back up into here. But we'll look at NQ when we jump on the Topstep stream. What an incredible grab of the lows there, guys. Absolutely solid grab of the lows. Anyone who was buying that got absolutely rinsed there. That's why we said we do not buy that. We're trying to short into that. Why? Because that's where most people are trying to long. If this now starts getting back above, could have some trades. Made 160, more than 1,500. Had to make an additional $3 to pass my combine. Yeah, nice. Yeah, see, it's not much. Yeah, so yeah, you won't lose your account or anything. You just have to make a little bit more. So you made 1.6 more than. Oh, you made $1.60 more than. Yes, you had to make double. Yeah, right. So however much you go over, yeah, what you have to make double again. Yeah, so you made $1.60 over. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, so you're just the next day, man. Just make $20 easy. Oh, and they left me in positive. There you go. Nice. Yeah, nice. That's good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, full margin, one tick. Yeah. This could be really nice for us here, guys. Especially with this hourly closure. If we start wicking back above, this could be a really nice buy. Yeah, this is a huge reaction. Look at that massive grab of the lows there, guys. Anyone who, like I said, anyone who was, you know, how many people do you think would have been buying this support sitting their stops down just below? An absolutely ridiculous amount. And that's why you saw such a quick, aggressive grab of the lows. That was what? 120 ticks in that 30-minute spike. That's huge. Yeah, very strong reaction here. So if we can start closing back above in 8 minutes, we're going to have some longs. Nice. My sister overtraded on her combine. They gave her a $1,500 trade goal over because she went over $700. They actually helped her and she didn't have to do all of that. Automatically passing her combine. Nice, man. Nice. That's amazing, man. Yeah, Topstep's the best, man. Absolutely amazing. Any discount join Traders Club? No, it's $99, man. We'll do discounts. Never. I found a new strategy called which goes forecast. Use that information traders. Yeah, nice. The nerve. Yeah, the cheek. Yeah, the discount is 10 seconds in the waiting room. No, I'm joking. No, there's not. No, I never do discounts in the Traders Club. It's too cheap already, man. This is a lovely grab here. Now, let's wait for the close. There's no point trying to jump in it just yet. This is what gold loves to do. Gold could bring you in too early. You know, you're 6 minutes until you're going to close. This closure will be our confirmation. Then we'll get our entry candle. Same as this on NQ. This is your confirmation candle. But if you get FOMO before this closes, it can trap you in the wrong side. As soon as this closes above, bam, then you get your longs. We want to be doing the exact same thing here with gold. If we start closing back above, fantastic. That's our confirmation. That's the candle closure. There's the volume. Then we get our longs. Same thing here. You don't get FOMO during this. This is the confirmation. This is what you want to see. This is the market showing you what you're thinking is correct. Now you can take your trade. So this closure back above, although, you know, it might look scary now, you might feel like you're going to miss it. No, the closure above is going to be what we need to see to be able to actually execute here. No spreads on futures. Nah, as long as there's good volume, there's no spreads. No, instant execution. Instant execution. That's the reason I trade futures here. A lot of my trades can be quick in and out moves, not all the time, but most of the time. And yeah, I can't deal with spreads on FX firms. Yeah, very small. Sometimes you may get 1 or 2 ticks, but very rarely. Most of the time it's pretty instant. Very instant, I should say. Yeah, 0.3, there you go. Yeah, nice. Nice. Hello, is this Alan's number? Who's Alan? No, this isn't Alan's number. I've been called a few names recently. So yeah, 5 minutes, guys. We'll get this London open, and we'll see if we get some trades. Yeah, we'll be on Topstep today, man. Yep. In about half an hour. Do I correlate gold with any other charts? Nah, just gold. Sometimes, you know, recently I'll look at NQ, I'll look at gold. You know, NQ pushing up, you expect gold to push lower. But not too much. For intraday trading, honestly, not really. Gold is just its own different beast. Time frame to enter a trade, 5 minute usually. I'll have my confirmation on 30, 15 and hourly, then I'll execute on the 5 minute. So as soon as I get you know, maybe this closure above, which will also be the closure on the hourly, then I'll drop down to the 5 minute and start looking for my trade. A lot of executions done on the 5 minute, but again, it all depends. You know, sometimes I'll trade in the 15, sometimes I'll trade in the 30. I don't really have a this is the one time frame I trade off, and that's that. It's whichever time frame is looking the cleanest, to be honest, man. Never traded paper trades. You got me. You seems differently on holiday. Nah, I'm just at home, to be honest, man. I still have the office. I couldn't really bother to go there, to be honest. I was like, I just fancy streaming from here. And Sammy loves it when I'm here as well. So now, still in the Gold Coast, man. Forex trader wanting to move to futures. Does the Traders Club help me transition to futures? No, it doesn't, man. Because you don't need to pay someone for that. The transition is very simple, man. I have a few videos on it on my channel. If you type in Forex to futures or something, I believe. But it's very simple, man. There's nothing that different other than maybe the futures firms, to be honest. Which I have plenty of videos on Topstep as well. But it's honestly, there's not that much different, to be honest, man. It seems like a big scary jump. Honestly, it's exactly the same. Technicals are the same. You're just trading on different platforms, which are actually so much better, and you have way better execution. You know, one mini contract on here is like one lot. If you want to do like a 0.1 lot like you do on FX, then you just put an M behind anything you trade, and then that means micro. So micro GC is micro gold, so it's like a 0.1 if you're looking at from FX times. If you just type in just the instrument, then you're trading the mini, which is basically just one lot. But there's nothing too like complicated, to be honest, man. So I haven't really added it to the Traders Club because it's not really anything you should pay anyone for, man. You'll probably find it on just watching a couple of YouTube videos. Yeah, I honestly wouldn't be too surprised as well, man. Like, I kind of look at this hourly and go, well, it's still looking pretty heavy. Now, we do the... fucking Joe Rogan in the house. That's insane. We do the pre-London streams 6 until 7 here, man. And then we jump on Topstep from 7:30 till 9 a.m. Pre-London has been given some goods recently, so I've been wanting to trade pre-London more. But not the past couple of days. Yeah, 10 minutes change from Forex to futures. Yeah, it's honestly simple. Which one, man? No, which one? Sorry, man. Maybe I missed it. Let me see. Sorry, man. I missed it. Would you say price can wick one more time down sweep the early buyers? I mean, to be honest, man, looking at this hourly, I think it's why we want to wait till this hourly closes before we try and make any decisions. But yeah, I mean, if this hourly closes like this, I'm not going to be wanting to buy against this. If anything, you know, you may wick up and re-grab the lows because you're still closing pretty bearish. Sorry, man, I missed your question. But yeah, if it closes like this, wouldn't surprise me too much, to be honest, man. This hourly close is going to be very important here for us. You know, the 15, or the 15 looks like it's getting back above, which it is trying to. Could you come down and fill in that wick one more time? I mean, if the hourly closes like this, yeah, depending on how it opens, for sure. GBP JPY, you can't trade the pound yen, man, but you can just trade the pound futures or the yen futures, whichever you want to trade. If you wanted, if you're looking at pound yen and the pound's looking strong, then you can just type in a 6B. So if you type in 6, that's pretty much any currency, and then B is the pound. You got micro British pound as well. So if you're looking at GJ, and then you could maybe look at the pound, and then you could also look at the yen, and you can see whichever's looking nicest. If if the pound's presenting the nicest opportunity, maybe that's what you might want to trade. Which is the yen's having a beautiful sell-off here as well, actually. A lot of markets having some pretty decent moves. If you want to trade Euro USD, well then it's just 6E. You can pretty much trade like most currencies as well. You trade micro Euro USD, the Euro, Canadian dollar, pound, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc. Like you trade pretty much everything. Mexican peso if you really want to as well. For me, I only traded gold anyway, so I stopped trading like GJ and Euro yen as well. So, but if you really want to, yeah, you can trade yen futures, trade Euro futures, trade pound futures. Yeah, you're not blocked, man. Nah, definitely not, man, definitely not. So, yes, I would be mad. Yeah, 322. Yeah, is a strong level. So, hourly closure here, guys, is still closed pretty bearish, and you're opening with an instant top wick. So I kind of look at this hourly, I go, well, this could easily be a wick, and actually maybe come down and fill this in. Like that wasn't that much of an hourly rejection. It is a nice grab of the lows, but is that enough for me to want to jump in longs yet? Not really. It'd be very hard for me to jump in longs off a single rejection with no breakout. Yeah, exactly, Ben. Yeah, you tell him, yeah, get on the YouTube vids. You should know that. Yeah, no wick. Exactly, no bottom wick. So the hourly's opening instantly pushing up. So if we do want buys here on gold, I think fake out buys back above here makes the most sense. I don't want to be jumping in just yet, guys. I think the London Open will be much easier for us. 440 people tuning in, guys. Remember, drop a like for the stream as well. No pre-London trades here for me just yet. Any of you guys who are new to the channel, I will be going live on the Topstep stream in about 30 minutes as well. So be sure to come over to the Topstep channel and we will continue to trade the London Open. Not that we're leaving just yet, but I don't see pre-London trades here, unfortunately. We had like weeks where we were like having back-to-back trades like every pre-London session, but we've been having some pretty steep moves. Yeah, not yet. Don't leave me just yet though. Don't go just yet. So yeah, we very well could fill in this wick. Yeah, it is on the futures. Where are we? Why can't I get up gold? Where are we? Yeah, futures 4 hours still very bearish as well. Probably come down and grab the previous lows. So it probably will come fill in this wick. Now, how much of a range is this? 56 ticks, which is obviously not a bad range, but you look at how much we pushed today. It's a very big push. Can I justify getting stuck in shorts down here? Not really, which is a little bit tough. Topstep is probably the cheapest, man. Topstep is, you can do a Topstep. You can do the cheapest account on Topstep for as little as $49, man, which is very, very cheap. Very, very cheap. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I absolutely agree, man. You can lose 50 ticks just as easy as making it in this range. 100%. Yes, it is. I did see that. I meant to post that in Discord. Yes, it is, which is ridiculous again. I don't know how long that's up for, but yeah, it is. Yeah, 4 hour does close at different times on providers. Yep. Yeah, it is. Yep. Till tomorrow. Yep. Nice. A bit overextended for sales. Yeah, 100%. I absolutely agree, man. I agree. Although there is a chance you can fill in this wick, I don't really want to be a seller down here. I don't want to be a seller below previous day lows. Yeah, compared to Topstep, 100%, man. I agree. Topstep's far better, but it's a good option for people. Yeah. Yeah, you have to balance on a pinhead under a full moon to get a payout. Yeah, probably will next week. Yeah, and the week after that. I still have my accounts. Yeah, it depends on your style, to be honest. Like for my scalping style, it's fine. I do like the flexibility of Topstep for not having to be that precise all the time. You're not going to be that precise every time. If 40 USD is a lot, man, I would focus on getting some other incomes aside from trading, man. I completely understand the struggle, but if that is the struggle, man, don't focus on trading just yet, man. Just focus on learning. Don't even do challenges. Because if $40 is a lot, trying to trade a funded account is going to be incredibly stressful, and there's a high chance you're going to lose it because you're valuing the money too much. So I would do whatever you can to build up that side first, man. Anything you can. I know it's easier said than done, but you know, if $40 is a lot to spend on a challenge, trading live anyway probably shouldn't be the focus right now. You know, learn it in the background. Treat trading as a hobby. Actually, no, we will. I will see if the Topstep guys can do some giveaways soon. Actually, we have done some before, but just as a general overview, man, I would try and focus on some other things first. Yeah, trading is stressful enough, and it's so easy to relate it to money. Which, if that's your situation, which is unfortunate, I completely understand. Trading shouldn't be an escape of that. Yeah, so Goldie having a little bit of a range here, guys. Have a little bit of range. 100%. The more you focus on making money on trading, the harder it will be. The more you can trade from a complete neutral, don't care perspective, the more money you'll make. The less I care about making money in trading, the more money I make in trading. The less I focused on trying to get 500 accounts on Topstep, the easier it was to get 500 accounts on Topstep, which I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's true. The less I focus on getting a payout, the easier it is to get a payout. It's a weird psychology thing. My Topstep accounts are up like over 15,000 this month, and that hasn't been the goal at all. I've just focused on taking good trades. But my earlier days when I used to put so much more pressure on myself and would rely on one account, it was so much harder. But that was only because the pressure that was coming from myself, not the markets. And that's why I love Topstep, because you can join for as little as $49. When back in my earlier days, I used to do FTMO challenges, and I think it was like, I don't know, it was like 500 euros or some shit. And like, to me at the time, it was like, that was a lot of money, and that also put so much pressure on me, and that held me back for so long as well. Trying to get a bit of a breakout here, guys, which is kind of what we want to see. To be honest, I am pretty confident we'll probably wait for at least this 30. I've seen your vlog from abroad, but it should know how much did the flight cost? Which one, man? To Europe? Yeah, get good habits first. Yep, absolutely, build good habits for sure. Kenny brother, great work. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, it's crazy but true. It doesn't really make sense, does it? There's a decent squeeze here. Very, very decent squeeze here. Traded for 5 years. Nice. That's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah, it was very stressful, and it was such a hard process to get funded as well. Like, you had to make 10%, then you had to make 5%, and it was very, very stressful. Big wins, big losses, and a lot of girlfriends in between. Yeah, Europe, about 5,000, I think, something like that. I think it was about something like that, man. I'm not 100% too sure, but something like that. That's Australian. Was in short the Asia Open, but was fixated on liquidity. Took a break even. Like I got this last short pretty much all the way. Yeah, nice. Yeah, you got a beautiful short, man. Good job. I haven't got anything here today, but you know, one candle can absolutely change everything, guys. Like we know, we've had plenty of sessions where we maybe sat here for like an hour and a half. One 5-minute or one 50-minute breakout can absolutely change everything, guys. You just need to be patient for it. Don't force during times where the markets are still trying to figure out where they want to go. Be patient, let the markets come to us, and one candle can absolutely change everything. Nice. Thank you so much, Hannah. Recently purchased your 3-month course, and it's been incredibly helpful. My risk management has improved a lot. And now I'm able to hold on to my accounts much longer. That's amazing. That's what we like to hear. Appreciate you for sharing. That's amazing. That's what we like to hear. Beautiful work. Keep it up. Have you tried other prop firms? Yep, I have, man. Funded Futures Family? No. I have 2 funded accounts on Take Profit Trader. I have about 5 different accounts at the minute. Topstep is my absolute number 1. But yeah, I have other accounts as well. When I do Uber on the side to fund my trades. That's amazing, man. So I'm worry free, not taking my main income to trade. Yeah, that's amazing, man. Love that. That's the grind you need. And the more you do have that other, you know, help on the side, man, the quicker you'll make the transition. Honestly, I promise you. The less pressure you put on yourself, the easier it will actually be. This is getting a decent breakout here, guys. I may get long on this 15 close if I can get a good entry. How's that 5-minute looking? Pretty ugly. Let's see. Where do I get long into? Blue Nox I have never used. I've never used Blue Nox, man. They're probably the only one that I haven't tried. I tried Apex, my funded futures, Take Profit Trader. What other ones have I got? I got Alpha Futures. I have never tried Blue Nox. Blue Nox? I want to call them Blue Nox. That's what they get for using a weird name. Blue Nox. No, I've never used Blue Nox. I never even looked at them, to be honest, man. I've seen them popping up recently, but now I've never tried them. That's crazy. You type into Blue Nox on Google, top 1 futures comes up. Legends. Whoever's on there, Google ads needs a pay rise. Do they come up if you type in Topstep? They better not. Nah, nice. You can't bid for Topstep. Get out there. You can have the Blue Nox space. That's pretty funny. Nah, I've never tried these guys though. No, never. Do they offer anything better than Topstep? I don't think so. 30-20, yeah, nice. Yeah, beautiful entry, man. Yep, beautiful entry. Yeah, do they offer anything better than Topstep? Like I said, I've literally never even been on the website. Oh, nice. 160 banked on the XFA, 145 pips in the personal. Nice. I was very hesitant, but trusted the plan. Took the 30-minute fake out sell. Yes, amazing, man. Amazing. You ignored the emotions and you traded what's right in front of you. You made 160 ticks. That's incredible, man. That was a beautiful short as well. An absolutely beautiful short. Nice work, man. Beautiful work. No consistency rule on their combine. What about the funded? %40% consistency, yeah. Multiple accounts. Master account. Wow, really? 91% off, wow. Resets. No scaling, trailing draw. They got trailing drawdown? Oh, wait, end of day. Oh, fucking too many rules. I can't read that. I don't have the patience to read all that. It's probably much easier than this, but I just look at that and go, oh man. See ya. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if they're good. I've never tried them, man. I don't know if they're good. They probably are, but I've never used them. 40% on funded. Cool. That's not bad. Cat payouts and 50k. Can you take 5k to? You can only take 5k to live. Damn. On my way to first payout. Nice, man. Nice. Keep us updated, man. That's good work. Oh, nice. Back to top 2000. Cool. That's good, man. That's good. Yeah. Combine X-Fame live. Yeah. $125. Wow. So this is the reason we're not getting too trigger happy here, guys. You know, we're not breaking out yet. I was hoping seeing if this could actually close above so we could potentially go long. But you're kind of wicking highs, wicking lows. Don't be too surprised to see a bit of range down here. Yeah, unless you've maxed out Topstep or you've got moved to live on Topstep you want to explore. I personally think Topstep is probably the easiest to understand. You can make as much bank as you want on the funded accounts as well. I'm pretty sure there's no limit on what you can take to live, which is also good. Taking 5k to live is crazy. Why would you even go live? I wouldn't even go live. Straight to funded accounts. I have never used them, man. I don't really understand straight to funded accounts. Like I do, but like I don't understand what the catch is. Like there's got to be a catch. I don't understand what it is. I had the one on Top 1 futures. The 20% consistency rule I just couldn't be arsed with, so I just stopped using it. Can I choose if I want to go live? No, if you get 5 consecutive payouts on the same Express fund account, you will get moved to live, man. Yep. Yeah, it's like an activation fee up front. Yeah, it's a good idea. I think there's kind of like a misleading trick there though. Like a lot of people who are not yet consistent see straight to fund and go, oh, wow, I can get straight in and get payouts right away, which is true, which is good. Like if you're funded, I'm sure it's great. I'm sure if you're funded, if you're consistent, I'm sure it's great. But if you're still trying to get the consistency down, it seems pretty risky. Nice. Cheap practice count if I part. Yeah, nice. Yep. Cool. Yeah, pay an activation fee up front. Yeah. Isn't live worse than Express? Well, it depends on what your goals are, to be honest. Like, if most people have never really traded simulation funds, but if you only traded simulation funds, then it's a great way to actually start trading live. For me, I have personal accounts, I have live accounts, so it's not really been the goal. It'll be cool to get moved to live. Like to say you've come from paying, you know, $200 on Topstep to now get moved to a live account is pretty cool. Yeah, seeing that, NQ's moving fucking way nicer than gold. Look at this NQ fake out. Hamza in the house, what's going on, man? Appreciate you tuning in. Everyone go check out Hamza channel. He streams the New York session. What's going on, man? Yeah, I know. You guys on YouTube, drop a like for the stream. We'll be live, guys, in about 15 minutes on the Topstep channel. So if you guys do want to continue watching me trade the London Open, which I think is probably where we're going to get our trades, we'll be on Topstep in about 15 minutes. Topstep don't have influencers anymore, man. Topstep got rid of all influencers or affiliate marketing. There's no affiliate marketing side of Topstep anymore. You'll see no other traders with Topstep. I'm still with Topstep because I trade on Topstep and I absolutely love Topstep. But there's no affiliate side to Topstep anymore. You can't apply to be affiliate side. They're restructuring their partner side. That's why you've seen a lot of traders probably leave Topstep and go elsewhere. However, I stream and love Topstep, and Topstep loved me. So Topstep said, Aaron, come with us. I said, you know what? All right, I'll come with you guys. But yeah, you'll see almost every other person did get kicked from Topstep. Not kicked, but they're just restructuring the way they are doing things, and it's for the better, to be honest. Oh, nice. Got the NQ from just before it hit target. Nice. Yeah, NQ's moving way nicer than gold, guys. We need to start trading NQ more. This is absolutely beautiful. Very true. Very true. Nah, I mean, like if it was a monetary thing, like I could, you know, I could jump on here, plug probably every possible one possible, and make more, but it's not really about that, to be honest. Yeah, pretty much. Yep, I think so, man. For no changes anytime soon. We probably trading London Open on Topstep TV. Yep, I don't see why anything would change. As long as they want me, I'll be there. Yeah, that's why everyone. Well, that's the thing. Everyone who bowed mouth. This is the funny thing. Everyone who talks bad about Topstep, they all still trade on Topstep. Every single person who talks shit about Topstep, they still trade Topstep accounts. Every single one. You see all these guys making the videos about talking shit about Topstep. They all still have Topstep accounts, and they know they still have Topstep accounts. Whereas if they say something bad about another prop firm, that's because they just literally won't trade with that prop firm. But if they say something bad about Topstep, they're still secretly on Topstep because they show it every now and again. Whereas me, you would never hear me ever say one bad thing about Topstep because I love Topstep. That's always the bit that cracks me up. I don't talk bad about any firms. All firms have their pros and cons. Do what works for you. For me, Topstep are number one. All right, guys. Speaking of Topstep being number one, I'm going to go head over to the Topstep YouTube channel. So if you guys do want to come and join me trading live there, you guys on Zoom, I'll pause you guys for 2 seconds. I'm going to continue to trade the London Open on the Topstep YouTube channel, guys. So no trades for me here pre-London. I'm going to switch over to my 100K account here on Topstep, and we will continue to trade the London Open, and we'll see if the London Open gives us some trades. So I posted the link. You guys on YouTube, just head over to type in Topstep on YouTube, and I will see you guys there. If not, if you guys do just want to watch my channel, I'll be live again here tomorrow, 6 until 7 a.m.-ish London time. So I'll see you guys over on the Topstep channel. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.